Alright, here we go. It's now 6 minutes past 6, 4th of June. Nice day, plenty of cloud, but the best thing is, even 6 minutes past 6, it's broad daylight. I suppose sunrise must have been half an hour ago, but needless to say, it starts getting light long before that, and there's not so much cloud. And we're just set for an outdoor walk on 2 matching white watches. One Apple, one Huawei. So the temperature is just right. It's doesn't feel at all chilly. Very slight breeze down here at sea level, and but humid. As this is not chilly, that means doing a lot of running, I'll probably end up sweating quite a lot. So let's just do a bit of warm up. Just slow jogging, waking the muscles up. Quite tired actually, because I've been doing walking, jogging, a bit of home workout with kettlebells. So it's actually been working the muscles quite a lot. So today's a Saturday. Yesterday was a public holiday, but today's not. It seems there's already more traffic noise. Well, also yesterday, around this time, came out to do my walking, jogging. It's going quite slow because at the end of a week, I'm normally getting tired, and ended up covering quite a long distance just in terms of urban exercise. Actually more than 11 kilometers, which is quite a bit more than my usual average. Now, here we go. West Kowloon Cultural District. Wide boulevard, encouraging people to drive here. There's a sizable car park entrance on the left. Spaces for 100 plus cars. There'll be more car parking spaces right inside next to the Beijing Palace Museum. That's already provided for. We'll go around and look at the museum. But although they're finally getting around to putting the finishing touches to the external components, it's not yet open. It's supposed to be open in summer. I think it's, by the look of it, it's now a matter of weeks rather than months. I suppose it could be finished within a matter of days, but then transporting artifacts here from Beijing is going to be quite the exercise. Well, that's obviously the key feature. After all, it's supposed to be the Hong Kong branch of the Beijing Palace Museum. We're going to have to send plenty of items here to fill it up, and furthermore going to have to send quite a few important items, otherwise what's the point? Now looking over to the left, You can see the top of the peak is shrouded in dull grey cloud, which is actually quite typical of the peak at this time of year. Banks of cloud. It may not actually be raining, but it does mean that it's super humid. I'm hoping today I've secured the camera so it doesn't bounce around too much. The only way to find out is to use it and then play it back, see if it causes any dizzy spells. And the way I have it secured with rubber bands, also hope that they're not moving around and covering up the microphone, so I hope that my commentary is being picked up. There's the first sight of the morning. A couple of fit looking regulars. Makes you wonder why they need to jog if they're already so slim and fit. And there's a regular in the distance rather. Bill Learn wearing a vest style t-shirt. Just shows what the climate is like at the moment. We've got all these trucks for fast food, obviously doing good trade on days like this. During the morning, especially in the afternoon, this area is very busy. Young people, couples, families, so they do a good trade in burgers and hot dogs and the Hong Kong equivalent. Now there's the Beijing Palace Museum. Starting to look quite smart actually. And let's go around that way to have a closer look. It's an unusual shape. There's a lot one can say about the basic architecture, overall design. It's a bit the angles are a little bit incongruous. It's got that rectangular brown box in the middle, in the middle of each floor, with balcony. I wonder what that's for. Are they going to put Chinese antiques and porcelain out on the balcony? And then you get this wall at an angle. It's just not a very efficient use of space. The fact is, one thing they do have here is a lot of space. Might have been a better way to make use of it. Remains to be seen how they make use of the space inside. Not sure how many floors. 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably not 6. It's hard to tell the ceiling height of each. A couple of places you can see the ceiling seems to be very high. So hopefully it's quite airy. There's a sudden strong gust of wind which may be affecting the microphone. I hope that doesn't mean that it's blowing rain clouds this direction, because the temperature dropped suddenly 1 or 2 degrees, which normally suggests there's a shower coming this way. Now these really ugly barriers are finally being taken down, so the place is starting to look shipshape. Being taken down or blown down. What do we have inside here? Oh, this is where a lot of the utility containers were. That is the temporary offices used by the construction staff, design managers. Now this side was opened up yesterday, and here they're putting in these gardens. Still a massive amount of concrete everywhere. And so let's go around and take a closer look. Well, can't see much inside from here. What you can see are these provisions for eating. Inevitably, where you've got people in an urban area, you have to provide two things. One is toilets, one is eating. You see this place called Crepes and Bakes suddenly appeared yesterday. I hadn't previously noticed it being furnished, but you can see, apart from counters, tables, chairs, it has the cooking equipment fully installed, ready for business. And that's why when I saw it yesterday for the first time, it drove home for the fact that they're on the final stretch of construction for opening. Oh, this is also open. We can take a closer look around here. Bit of landscaping, which looks quite nice. Variety of trees and shrubs. And let's see how far inside we can go before we're stopped. A couple of security guards. Oh, can't see much here either. This is not the main entrance. Ah, those really ugly ventilation equipment. This is the inside of those ugly barriers. Huh? Good morning. Oh, okay. So he wants to chase me away in the nicest possible manner. You can see Crepes and Bakes. It could even open at 9 a.m. if it has the staff. There's a few regulars on the left. So, although the wind perked up, it's a regular. It's just a sort of nodding acquaintance. I was saying, although the wind has perked up, no rain has arrived yet. Hard to tell. When the wind is swirling around buildings, it's hard to tell the prevailing wind direction. But it seems right now slightly less humid than when I came out. It's probably deceptive. And we're also putting the finishing touches to this side. Bit of work to do, but day by day it changes very fast once they devote men and machinery to it. So That's another regular on the left. He always does his power walking. And this guy regularly does his hand clapping in front, at the back, in front. I've tried it and it seems to be good at loosening up the shoulders, especially in my case with sore shoulders. Try clapping at the back, feel a little bit sore, so you can feel the muscles, etc. stretching. It's just that walking along doing that, like this, you just feel like a complete idiot. Now here, this was on a video I shot a few weeks ago. Slow progress. There were these concrete monstrosities left over from the original construction of the district, and I hope finally they're being taken down. They're completely useless. As far as I know, never used for anything, which is not surprising. Their utility value must be zero. But hard to see what else they're going to put there. Now here we have the extra parking, presumably designated for the Beijing Palace Museum, which is right there. So are they going to have more car parks or another administrative building or what? Just past another regular on the left. He only ever walks. Actually hard to tell with a lot of people whether they're retirees. Some of them will be, but others may just be local residents out to get their exercise before heading off to work. Now all this is changed compared with a couple of months ago. I think this has been the parking area for quite some time, but hard to know how it's going to end up. Seems to be because this concrete area is just put in, and these pillars, looks like the fence is going to be extended all the way around. So if this is the area exclusively designated for the Palace Museum, then that makes sense. Well, I wonder if there's enough space here they could actually build a second building for the museum. They don't seem to have revealed the plans, at least based on what I'm seeing right now. Maybe they're available online somewhere. Let's switch off the camera at the moment. I'll turn it back on again later. Alright, here we go, back to the main section again. There seems to be a grand driveway entrance. You can't see over the barriers, but this is where people visiting the museum by car will come, and the lordships and ladyships will get off the car from here. This entrance driveway has just been widened, so certainly a lot of convenience for vehicular traffic. Just running a bit so I can see whether the camera is bouncing too much. feels okay, but you can't really tell until you watch the video. Now this is a building for live performances, musical, the inevitable eating facilities and toilet, so everybody's satisfied. Montage created by local artists. Anybody's guess what it means. It's kind of intriguing. We're heading round. The tall building is the main administrative building, plus one behind, and M plus, supposed to be the main museum component. That's modern art museum. And you can see on the right, this is all nicely landscaped. Plenty of trees and bushes. And over on the side, nice grassed area. Actually, we might go up and take a closer look, but it does look nice. And it's running uphill. If you go over to the far corner of these buildings, that's the way to exit this district. There's an upper level joining a footbridge which links to Element shopping mall. This is actually quite pleasant. More blue sky appearing. I can see now it's called Art Park, this building. Let's just head to the top, get a view of the harbour. Oh, here we go. Morning, John. Palace Museum on the right. Lady with two corgis coming down the slope. Nice panoramic view of the harbour and the island. I'm in the middle here. WKCD, but those are actually some of them are the administration buildings for the tunnel, including what I suppose are ventilation towers, plus also administration of the cultural district. Plenty of rubbish bins, wheelie bins. In the grey top, she's been a daily persistent regular here for as long as I've been coming here. Every day at least 1 hour. Started off doing walking, sort of power walking, now mostly jogging. So persistence counts an awful lot. Let's go and have a closer look at these eating facilities. There's the Tsimshatsui skyline in the background. China, Hong Kong City, Harbour City. ocean terminal. I suppose these places are already operational. Becoming operational several weeks ago, maybe not, or perhaps people just sit outside, eat their rice box, sandwiches, whatever. Right, now this is the main entrance to M+. Again, inevitably, people coming out beside the harbour doing their morning exercises. Everybody's different. What that lady in the blue top is doing is quite good. Stretching and cardio. Oh, this Indian guy on the left is a rare regular. Hey, good morning. Hello, boy. Now back to the upper side proper. Really nice paved walkway. She nicely preserves the contours of the harbour, at least as it was reclaimed. Harbour on the one side, plenty of trees and greenery on the other. Quite a pleasant breeze, but you can see from the harbour not many waves, no what are called white caps. It's not that fresh, so it's good for exercising. Helps to stay cool with a bit of breeze. Now here I like to veer off the path, run across the grass, work some of the incidental leg muscles, because it's not even. That is, works smaller muscles compared with the main muscles used for running with legs in a repeating straight line. So it's worth doing. Oh, I think I'll go around and get some water. A little bit thirsty. Hopefully they still have some plain water, not just the water filled with chemicals and sugars. Reasonably well served with these vending machines here, but on the morning after a holiday evening, some of the slots are just empty. Yeah, see, all those red lights means those are sold out, but I'm not buying one of those anyway. And here we go. This is where hopefully they have some water. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh good. Success. Schweppes sparkling water. Here we go. It's a bit cold, which is nice if you're hot. Just swirl around the lip, try to wash off any insect droppings. That's better. Ah. Right, let's have a look up on the raised walk. Good morning. 2 corgis. Should be popular with Queen Elizabeth. Again, a nicely landscaped area, but with plenty of paved walkways and staircases for easy access. And once you're up here, and enhances the view overall, view of the harbour. Now, I hope the sound is okay because it's windier up here. It may be affecting the microphone, but now we can see the bank of cloud right across the top of the peaks along Hong Kong Island. Now on the right is an unusual sight. One guy seems to be squatting and meditating.
You went 2 miles in 39 minutes. Recent 1 mile. Pace is 18 minutes and 4 seconds. Your current heart rate is 86.
There's a young Indian guy who's the one who occasionally we see squatting down meditating, either pure meditation or doing his alternate nostril breathing exercises. That seemed to be a Chinese guy, similarly doing meditation. You don't see it very often, apart from those two, possibly never. And I'm not sure if it's the best setting. Certain locations, like where he was sitting, is inside the raised area, looking towards trees, whereas if you're looking southwards towards the harbour, there's constant movement on the surface, which is not so good for meditation, stilling of the mind. That was the regular in the grey top I mentioned some minutes ago. That handbag and jacket belonged to that middle-aged woman we just passed. That's why she's just walking up and down over a short distance. Alright, now we've come round to facing north. Oh, sorry. I think she must be riding one of those motorised bicycles. These days they're so good at making small motors with small batteries that fit inside the frame. And I was saying, here we are, looking northwards, Palace Museum on the left, looking north towards West Kowloon, Tai Kok Choi, Lion Rock. And let's head down, go out that archway back to the main harbour side walkway. So far we've only been 3 kilometers or so, or alternatively 2 miles or so. Not very much. Hardly any jogging, but that's okay. Here we go. Not much traffic on the harbour yet this morning. It's now not yet 7 a.m. Westwards. We can see how misty it is. Those islands tend to disappear in the mist. We're actually looking towards, coming round to look towards Lantau Airport way in the distance. I'm walking up on top of this parapet, partly to keep away from other people exercising, partly to get a better view of the harbour. Alright, need to jump down somewhere. I need to throw this drinks can into the bin. Oh, I'm still recording. Most of the regulars are still here this morning. Not sure how much longer we have to record, so instead of going past the Palace Museum again, I'll cut across here. Especially nicely wooded area, not very big, but I've managed to plant plenty of trees, so it does look nice, with grassy areas in between. Let's just take a detour through the forest. Usually first thing in the morning the grass is wet, full of dew. It may have dried up already. I certainly can't feel any wet coming through the sport shoes. May take a while. Haven for birds here. Obviously they don't trust humans, meaning me. Sort of pleasant in the middle of the urban jungle to walk, to be able to walk on grass amongst trees and bushes.